Now here's more with WFLA's Bob Lassiter.
Minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock. Welcome back. Hour number 2 for Wednesday, January the 6th, 1988. I mean, I'm begging, I am pleading, I just can't take any more of these letters to the boss. I'm opening my soul. What can I possibly do to amend whatever it is that I have done? And I'm just begging and pleading with you people who write to the boss to stop doing it. Please don't write to the boss. Just let me know what I can possibly do to mend my ways. Oscar in Odessa. Hi, Oscar.
Hey, Robert. This is Oscar.
Yeah.
In Odessa.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stand it. You're feeling down like you are right now.
Oh, Oscar, please tell me what I can do to mend my ways.
Well, I don't know about amending your ways, but I'm going to make you. If you're not happy when I finish here, you just didn't understand what I'm telling you. Here before Christmas, you were real happy, and nobody could call in and make you mad there for 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
And, you just were so smooth and pleasant then, and obviously you haven't been keeping up with the current events, Robert, because yesterday afternoon, the American Dental Association said that the tooth fairy is now paying $1 per tooth rather than 85 cents. And you and I talking about the Christmas spirit and the Santa Claus spirit, and we both know you believe in Santa Claus, that now that you got something else that's real important to believe in, i.e. the tooth fairy, you got no reason to be down.
Oh, Oscar, the letters keep pouring in. They just keep pouring in. I need to hear from people as to what I can do to stop making them so angry with me.
Well, people shouldn't be angry with you, Bob. You're good at what you do, but what I'm saying is you need to forget that stuff now. Now that you got Santa Claus to believe in and the tooth fairy, you got no reason to let this stuff bother you.
Oh, thanks anyway, Oscar. It didn't really work.
Robert, I did my best.
I know. Be good guy. Harriet and Brandon. Hi, Harriet. You're on the air at WFLA.
Yes, good morning. I just thought it an excellent career for you since you're having such a hard time on radio.
Yeah.
You'd be a great comedian. You make people laugh, and you're always so funny. I think that would be a great career.
Oh, my days are clearly numbered here, that's for sure.
Well, just try show business. You could win an Oscar today. You really could. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Please let me know what I could possibly do to mend my ways. Franny in Tampa. Hi, Franny. You're on the air at WFLA.
Bob, Franny in Tampa.
Yeah, Franny.
First-time caller.
Great.
Bob, I really and truly I enjoy your programs. I was never a listener to talk radio.
Yeah.
But you've won me over. I think you're fantastic, really. And don't let just a few people discourage you.
Well, it's easy for you to say, Franny.
I don't know what to tell you to improve your program, because even when I think it's lousy, I still listen. I just can't turn you off for some reason.
My wife sits home night after night sobbing when these letters come in. My wife, she sits home night after night sobbing when these letters come in. We just can't take it anymore.
Oh, come on.
Can't take it anymore.
You're better quality than that. So all I can say to you is aim high and keep on doing the good work.
Okay, thanks, Franny. Appreciate that. Debbie in Tampa. Hi, Debbie. You're on the air at WFLA.
Yes, I don't see anything that is damaging about your show. And in fact, last night, this should cheer you up. Last night, I was listening to your show about the child abuse and what you would do if someone attacked your little girl, and I listened to a man who had called in that has actually sexually abused a little girl. My ex-husband had kidnapped my children, had them for 3 years. He physically and sexually abused them. He was sent to prison. He was there for only a year.
Oh, that was Ted Webb's show.
Last night, he came to my house. I didn't even know he was out. He came to the house, forcefully tried to take the children.
That was Ted Webb's show.
Pardon?
That was Ted Webb's show.
Oh,
I talked about toilet paper yesterday.
But I've listened to the show, and he came to the house last night and forcefully tried to take the children. And I bashed him in the head. When the police came, they laughed at him. And they took him away. So from there, I don't know what will happen.
Either do I. Sarah in St. Petersburg. Hi, Sarah. You're on the air, WFLA.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
I want to tell you, if you haven't been kissed, I want you to come over here at North Shore Park, and I will give you a kiss.
Well, it's not that I haven't been kissed, but people used to bring their babies to me to kiss in Miami.
Well,
It doesn't happen here.
I love you, and I'll tell you another thing. The ball players over here enjoy your program, too. And my husband just won't turn you off, and neither will I. So if you need any love, you come on over here at North Shore Park, and I'll love you.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care. Joanna in St. Petersburg. Hi, Joanna.
Your melancholy has gotten to me. It's really too much to bear. You're making my mascara run, sir. Do you think that maybe your diet is causing that? Maybe you ought to go off your diet?
I just started the diet. No,
I know, but if that's what's doing it, Bob, to hell with your diet.
No, it's the letters, Joanna.
Oh,
the letters.
I wouldn't take them
Letters
seriously.
are breaking my heart.
According to the St. Pete Times, when you were on WPLP, they had gotten your man who speaks at 9 o'clock in the morning. His name just escaped me, and they say they want people to be real nasty because that brings in the calls. They want you to be the mad dog, and if you want some good suggestions, kiss up and make up with Richard, kiss and make up with the lady Peggy, and also you could, if you want to be gentle, you can always talk about toe dancing or rug cleaning or how to get rid of fleas or roaches and family, and you could always take polls. People seem to love polls, and you can't get into trouble that way. And you know, sir, you're a damn good actor. Love listening to you. Don't change.
Thanks, Joanna.
Bye-bye.
There's a line open in Pinellas, and there are two of them open in Hillsborough. Tom in Clearwater. Hi, Tom. You're on the air at WFLA.
Yes, I have a list of topics that you should not do shows on to get back in the good graces of those people who write in.
Oh, great.
Okay, the first is personal endorsement advertisements. I don't think you should do any shows on that. Next is dinners consisting of meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and Jell-O. Got to avoid those shows like mad. Next, the Tampa Bay Bucks. No shows on that. No shows also on easy listening radio stations. And their ratings, by the way. Next, no shows on Ed Bush.
Who?
Ed Bush.
Oh, Ed Tush. Yeah, I used to work with him.
Yes. I think that infuriates
Probably
people.
next to Levine, the most knowledgeable man I know in the business.
Yes, but I think that infuriates people, and they go into orgasms of letter writing to the radio station when you do shows on Ed Bush. And finally, no shows on either Ted Webb, David Fowler, or Richard Shanks. I think that absolutely infuriates people. And no wonder no one asks you to kiss babies when you talk about Ted Webb, David Fowler, or Richard Shanks, especially if you say something nice about them. That really drives people crazy.
Might have a point. Thanks, Tom.
Right.
Be good. Jackie and Brandon. Hi, Jackie. You're on the air.
Oh, Robert. I've been away too long. What the hell happened?
I don't know what you mean.
This is not Robert Lassiter. I've had to go out in the afternoon, and I haven't been able to listen to you. I've been stuck in here this week with with an earlier program, and then I thought, oh, God, Bob's coming on at 12, and today I can listen. And what do I get? I get a pity party. Listen, I tell you how you can change it. What you do is you call all the women broads, dames, chicks, and then talk about how dumb they are because they shack up. That seems to be quite popular, I guess. And spell your names, your bad words like E-L-L-E-R-Y. And you do some things like that. But what I'd really like you to do is get off the pity party and come on, Robert, let's get back with it. I miss you. Come on.
I'll try.
I love it. And God, I'd go away for a little bit, and what happens to you? Don't join the club.
Thanks, Jackie.
Okay, baby.
Try to keep a stiff upper lip.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Orrin in Temple Terrace. Hi, Orrin. You're on the air at WFLA.
Good afternoon, Robert. I think I've got it figured out.
Yeah?
What you need to do, first of all, is you need to get yourself ordained as a Pentecostal minister. Then you need to do some shows on, let's see, why don't we all raise some money to bring Jim and Tammy Baker back? And we can do another one on bringing not only prayer back into the schools, but Bible classes as a requirement for graduation. That one ought to work pretty well. And then we can do another one on a 50% across-the-board increase for Social Security. And I'm sure that's going to put you back in the good graces with everybody in the Bay Area.
Well, that should cut down on at least 2/3 of the letters.
Well, Robert, I've got to get back to work. I just hope it made you feel a little bit better.
Thanks, Oren.
Bye-bye.
Good advice there. Lou in St. Petersburg. Hi, Lou. You're on the air.
Yes, Bob, I think those people are absolutely correct with their letters, and I want to help you to bend your ways so you can make it up to me personally. First of all, you should let people talk that disagree with you. Let everyone talk until they hang up on you. You should not be allowed to hang up on people. Bob, you make fun of these brilliant people that come from the north. This is wrong, Bob. I want to help you to mend your ways, Bob. And I do disagree with you, and I would like to speak about my disagreements without being hung up on, Bob.
Yeah, I'm here, Lou. I'm listening.
Okay. Would you like another little tad of advice to help you out, Bob?
Oh, sure, Lou. Sure.
Okay. You should let people continue speaking without interrupting them. You've been very kind today. You haven't interrupted me. But you see, that's why we write these letters, Bob. Because you don't let us speak. You ought to do this, Bob.
Okay, thanks, Lou.
All right.
Appreciate. I really do. 20 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock.
Well, maybe.
Paul, how do you feel about that?
Well, Bob, it's not how I feel. It's, as I always say, it's how the people feel.
Paul, don't you ever have any thoughts of your own? I mean, why do you always have to have the callers tell you how you feel? Will you be talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, too?
Probably more about sex.
Probably more. In other words, it's going to be just like old times, Friday between 3 and 4 on my show here at the Talk of Tampa Bay, WFLA. Back we are in Hillsborough, 990-9352, and in Pinellas, 461-9352. I was really hoping for some good sound advice as to what I can do to repair all the damage that I've done in this market that people are always writing to the boss telling me about today. Glenn in Pinellas Park. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
I'm depressed, too, because you're depressed. But I'll tell you what you should do. I think we should have a show devoted solely to the snowbirds and tell them how welcome we are to have them down here and treat them nice and see what happens to them then. What do you think?
Well, might help.
Yeah, but I don't know, though. But see, Bob, you ought to be flattered in a way because people write you those letters and things. At least they're listening, right? And you're just like Howard Cosell. You're the person people love to hate.
Well, I'm not sure they're listening. I mean, the letter that came in from Edward G. Robles, Jr., mentioned that he was just listening by accident.
By accident?
Yeah, just tuned in by accident.
Oh, by accident he turns it on every day at noontime and keeps it on to 4 o'clock, huh?
Well, accidents sometimes.
Another good show you could have yesterday was your good show, but the toilet paper issue? Now you should take a little poll and see how many people take showers in the nighttime or daytime. That's a good one.
Well, yeah, that does have a nice.
I heard you talking about yesterday. You take your shower in the morning and wash your hair, right?
Yeah.
You know, just take a little poll and see how many wash their bodies at night and wash their bodies in the day.
I'll jot that one down. Maybe we can do that day after tomorrow.
Okay, Moose.
Hey, thanks a lot, Glenn.
Have a good one, Moose.
Okay, I'm starting to feel better already. Carol, somewhere in Pinellas County. Hi there, Carol.
Hello?
Yes. Hi, Carol.
Bobby, this is a first-time caller, and I've only been listening to you for about an hour and a half. But what I'm hearing, you sound pretty neat. You sound like you're a left-wing liberal like myself, are you?
No, actually, I'm a moderate Republican.
Oh, what? You can't be. Not for just a few of the things that I've been hearing over the air while I was driving around in the car. You know, it sounds... where are you from? Are you from the up north somewhere or what?
I'm from the greater Philadelphia area. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm from Pittsburgh. And do you remember the Merle Paula show and all them up in Pittsburgh?
No.
I used to listen to those talk shows all the time, and I loved them. And this is the first time. It's nice to I was down here only 2 months, and it's nice to know that there is a talk show like this. From here on in, I will be listening. But I have to know who you are. I don't understand why people were upset with you.
I don't understand either, Carol. I just can't take it anymore. I need to be loved, and obviously I'm doing something wrong to make so many good citizens like Mr. Edward G. Robles Jr. and Mrs. Patricia Austin and
what is it they
Mr.
don't
Anonymous.
Like? What's the subjects that they're upset over?
Gee, I just don't know. I just don't know. It's what I was hoping they'd tell me about today.
Yeah.
But, you know, it doesn't seem to be working out that way.
I will be listening from here on in to you because it sounds like you're a pretty neat guy. So, you know, don't give up because you sound like, I don't know. It's somebody I would like to listen to every day. What are your hours there?
Noon to 4.
Noon to 4.
Yeah,
okay.
for a while anyway.
Okay, well, I'll call back again.
Okay, thanks, Carol.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Let us go next to, let's go to Chuck in St. Petersburg. Hi, Chuck. You're on the air, WFLA.
Hello, Bob. This is Chuck from St. Pete. I just want to let you know this is the first time I've been listening to you for quite a long time, and first time I've called in. I'm not one of these old fuddy-duddy people or one of these brain-damaged snowbirds, and I got to tell you, I thoroughly enjoy your show in the afternoon. Now, if I wanted to listen to some hogwash, I'd just happen to have the radio on WPLP. They're talking about whether you ought to be circumcised or not. Now, some of these other people, maybe they ought to go there and listen to that, you know?
Shanks.
Don't you?
Well, it's a big issue for Shanks. It's important to him.
Oh, yeah? Well, at any rate, I want you to get back like you were because you bring a lot of laughter to me as I'm in my car doing my business and this and that. So get Jason and some of the guys back on. Let's have some fun.
Okay, Chuck.
Thank you, Bob.
Do what I can. It's not easy. Mick in Tampa. Hi, Mick. You're on the air, WFLA.
Oh, Bob, you're depressing me today.
Oh, letters have really gotten to me, man.
Well, maybe I could, I just wanted to call up, maybe give you a little...
The boss just hands them to me. He doesn't even say anything. He just hands them to me.
Oh, brother. Well, maybe this will cheer you up a little bit. For each one of them letters you get out there, there's at least 50 people that are in support of you. So maybe that'll perk you up a little bit. But you just sound so depressing, and like your style is just not with it today. And I can't work today. I don't know. It's counterproductive.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
Maybe it'll pick up.
You another thing that I got to give you credit for. I don't know if you remember, but you did that small poll a couple of weeks back about, and I even got on it and I said I made a point about how you have this uncanny ability to make the difference between jerks and people who know what they're talking about. And you know, that's the main reason I listen to you because, well, obviously, I'm not going to say these people that are writing into you and with this hate mail that are jerks, but they just don't.
Please don't call them jerks. Please,
well, I think
citizens.
They don't listen to the show.
They're citizens. Please.
Okay, citizen jerks. They don't listen to the show for what it's meant to be. You know, you sit there and you more or less get a topic going or a subject, and you let the people hash it out. You know, and naturally you come up with an opinion or two yourself. But it's the people that should be, you know, the people should be mad at the people, not at you. And I just wanted to, you know, maybe throw that at you a little bit, just tell him that tell you that I like your show, and you got my support, if that's any help to you.
Thanks, Mick.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll pass that along to the boss the next time he hands me a stack of nasty letters, which will probably be within another hour or two, as soon as the second mail comes in today. Hillsborough 990-9352, Pinellas 461-9352. Norman in Madeira Beach. Hi, Norman. You're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. I was listening to the guy before me. He made a lot of sense. The people that are happy don't write letters. God knows how many of them there are. I just wanted to tell you that I like the intellectual shock treatment that you give. I really do. I like to think, and that promotes thinking. The suggestion I have, if you really want a blunt, frank suggestion, stop short of calling somebody a slut, because it destroys your credibility, which is otherwise great. In other words, call her stupid, call her anything in the world, but not that.
Okay, Norman.
Okay.
Put that one down with the others.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Jim in Tarpon Springs. Hi, Jim. You're on the air, WFLA.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
I called you the other day whenever we were having a program on the population explosion we're having, and you hung up before I even got a chance to.
It's probably because I didn't have a program on the population explosion.
Well,
I believe the program was on how to make candidates more responsive.
And I'm running a cash register while I'm talking to you. Well, you hung up and said, the fact I wasn't on your side, or wasn't like you or whatever. Well, I'd expect to be like you anyway. But I'd made the suggestion of an impact fee on people coming north, and it wasn't for my benefit. Lord knows I pay enough taxes of my own to support our state. But you hung up before I even got a chance to say what I wanted to say.
That's probably because I thought it a very stupid idea. Very indicative of the mentality in the state of Florida.
Yeah, but I figured it might do something to slow it down. If they had to pay to stay here.
Well, whatever turns you on, Jim.
Yeah, well, okay, Bob, I listened to you daily for years. I've only called you twice, so you must be doing something right,
Thanks, Jim. Rich in Tampa. Hi, Rich. You're on the air at WFLA.
Yeah, I've been listening to your show today. I think the one thing you're misrepresenting is the fact that you need to be loved. I think if you were loved by everybody, you'd feel you were doing something wrong. Number two is the fact that the only thing I see you do wrong is you do cut people short sometimes. Calling them names adds to the entertainment, and most of them, 90% of them, do deserve it because they say something stupid or they're overbearing or whatever. But some people you cut off, I think, sooner than you should, without giving them a chance to actually state their opinion. They start to, and you overshout them on the radio. But other than that, I think you got a very good show. It's very interesting. Like someone else said, the people that do support you are not, in general, going to write. You'll get more letters of complaint than you do anything else. But if they weren't listening, they couldn't complain.
That's a good point. Okay. See, I hope the boss realizes that.
Oh, I'm sure he does. You know he does.
Thanks, Rich. Feeling better already. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas.
Nobody like me. Crap you're leaving.
I never said anything about leaving, you jerk.
Ain't nobody sorry for you.
Ain't nobody like me either. What the hell do you mean you listen to a lot of people like me? You wouldn't know the difference between a good talk. You probably listen to calls, don't you?
Hey, what do you
want to do? Reminisce about your days in vaudeville?
You do more damn acting than anything else. What do you want?
You ain't never heard nothing so good either, have you?
Get the hell off of the goddamn radio there and go someplace else.
Yeah, right. Now I'm going to leave Joe because I make your life miserable.
I seen bullshitters like to act, put on an act.
Oh.
Sorry, you're sorry. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Hey, suckered you in, didn't I, Joe?
Get the hell off. Get the hell out of town.
Got you right in, didn't I, baby?
Come on, straighten out there, cut out that damn crying.
Straighten out and cut out the damn crying.
You can take it. You're just
what do you want to talk about, colas, Joe?
You're just putting on a show. That's
want to talk about the cost of living allowance, Joe? Huh?
You're just putting on a damn show like you always do.
That's right,
Joe. Who the hell's sorry for you?
Nobody,
Joe. All these old ladies, you got them calling you. Don't leave, don't leave. Come on, get the hell off of
I don't remember any old ladies calling me saying, don't leave, Joe.
Don't give me that crap.
Well, something the matter with your hearing aid, Joe? Something the matter with your hearing aid today? Would you do? Drop it in your prune juice?
No, nothing hearing aid. I just like giving off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So get the hell off of there and quit crying.
Not going to get off the air, Joe, so what do you think about that? You miserable subhuman pig. Hi, Ted. In Tampa, you're on the air at WFLA.
Lassiter, man, you're pathetic. You are pathetic.
What's the matter, Ted?
It's a nice ploy, but it's not funny. You know, I guess you've just run out of ideas. Is that
Completely, Ted. I've just lost it, man.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you're fired.
Thought his name. Boss's name isn't Ted. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, Pat in St. Petersburg. Hi, Pat. You're on the air.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
What's new, man?
Nothing. Mailman hasn't come by recently.
Nothing. You know, I was listening to you yesterday, and I had a laugh about that lady that was, I think she was sitting on the boss's lap or sitting on the guy's lap. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, the people that work down at the adult bookstore, yeah.
You know what you call those kind of girls? You call them sob sisters. You know what they do? They sit on the boss's lap and balls, and they make it hard for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do all day long. By the way, what was I going to say? They also call you Moose too, eh? Is that right, Bob?
Yeah, some people do. Some people do, Pat.
Have you ever been up in Canada?
No, I haven't, Pat.
Oh, you haven't, eh?
No. Never been in Canada.
Do you know where Moosehead is?
I believe it's in Saskatchewan, if I'm saying it correctly.
No, it's about 6 feet from the moose's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding, Bob.
Okay, Pat, glad you enjoyed it. Richard in Lutz. Hi, Richard, you're on there, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob, I would have to agree with you in that if I had received the 3 letters like that, and then after getting that phone call from Joe, I'm just amazed at your fortitude that you're able to come on the air after experiences like that. Myself,
it's not easy. My wife cries every night.
I'm sure it's devastating. And I just admire your fortitude that you're able to press on, because if I had received letters like that or had a caller like Joe, I probably would have locked myself in a dark room and might have gotten myself a 3-liter bottle of the cheapest rot gut whiskey, or I might have even just curled up in the fetal position in my mummy's sleeping bag for 4 or 5 days.
Well, that's what I normally do.
It's just amazing that you're able to come forward and face the world with this, and I think there should be more power to you, and just keep plugging away, Bob. That's all I can say. I'm just,
Hey, thanks, Richard. Thanks, Richard. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. All right, you bozos, where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? Oh, you gutless wonders that write unintelligible letters to the boss. You think you know how to do it better? You think you've got so many good ideas? Come on. Come on, suckers. Come on. Except you are gutless wonders, aren't you? Of course you are, Mr. Anonymous. And then there was Ms. Austin, who couldn't give her address because, let me quote here, I'm afraid to give my phone number or address because anyone like Bob Lassiter could come and do harm to me or say things on the radio to harm me. Yeah, I'll say something on the radio to harm you, Pam Austin or Patricia Austin. You're an illiterate. Your letter's a disgrace. You think this kind of crap is taken seriously, lady? It ain't. So come on, all of you good folks who cowardly sit there and write anonymous letters to the boss. Come on, eh? What's your problem? Come on, punks. Julie in St. Petersburg. Hi, Julie, you're on the air, WFLA.
Hi, Bob. Now you're getting the spirit. I think you should address some of these people, Let them know that let the rest of the world know they're out there writing these letters, and tell them off right on it. Read a couple of those letters. They haven't got the nerve to talk to you on the phone. What are they, scared?
Well, apparently they are. Apparently they just don't think that they're my match.
Honest to God, these people just are subhuman pigs. They should be able to call you up and tell you how they feel.
The term is far too good for these kinds of turkeys.
That's right. So get that spirit in there. Read a couple of those letters and embarrass them right on the air.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
It's pretty difficult to embarrass someone who signs himself Mr. Anonymous. Aw. Well, come on, hey. The boss doesn't take this crap seriously, but I'll give you the opportunity. Hell, I'll give you the rest of the afternoon if you'd like, to just address the whole world and tell them what is so awful. Tell them how I have damaged the Tampa Bay area. What a disgrace I am. And all the terrible things I do, all those obscenities. He says, damn. Oh. Lord forbid, Walton Wikiwachi. Hi, Walt, you're on the air.
Hey, Bob, how you doing, fella?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, listen, I was on the telephone, and then I'm on the WFLA all day long, and I walked out to the porch, and I heard this guy, Joe, who the hell ever he may be, and I don't know what the conversation was all about or what brought it about, but I guarantee you, Bob, I think you and the whole WFLA team are the greatest. And I'm serious. And I love your discussions with people because you tell it as it is.
Well, thank you, Walter. I appreciate that.
I'm serious, Bob.
Well, I'm sure you are, and I appreciate it.
God bless you. I want you on that damn station. If you go on that station, I'm getting
Walt, I'm not going anyplace, so let's not even start that kind of conversation, okay? But let's start another kind of conversation. Let's address some of these scumbags out there who think they're the guardian of the community's morals, who think they're the guardian of the community's conscience, and who don't have the intelligence to get up and turn something off if they don't like it, but then would sit there and cowardly try to get me fired, try to get everybody I work with fired, because they can't deal with anything in life. Because they know so much better than everybody else. No, we find these letters very amusing, to tell you the truth. We usually laugh very heartily when they come in. But the fact of the matter is there is a certain element in this community, in every community, that feels as though they are so much smarter, so much better than everybody else. And that they know what somebody should listen to. They know what somebody should say. They know how other people should conduct themselves. And I was just hoping against hope to get a board full of you bozos. Because if you think you're driving me someplace, driving me away, you are crazy. But I just thought it might be fun. Just thought it might be a little bit of fun to put you on the air so that everybody could see how crazy you are. Rob in St. Petersburg. Hi, you're on the air, WFLA.
How you doing, Mr. Lassiter?
Fine, thank you.
Just one thing, that these people think that you're doing shock radio. I just want to...
Near WFLA.
Who?
You.
Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm calling from Ozark. I just want to tell you to keep up what you're doing. I've been only here for about a month to listen to you every day. And we had a fellow in Detroit that was on one station, and he signed up on another station, and he was on there 2 weeks, and they fired him because of some of the stuff that was said on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, if you don't like it, turn me off. I hope you stay on all the time.
Not going anyplace, Ed. Don't worry about it. Barbara in Bradenton. Hi, Barbara. You're on the air, WFLA. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hello, Ted. How you doing?
Bill in Tampa, you're on the air, WFLA.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
How you doing?
Are we both on?
No.
I'm on.
You're on.
Okay, I heard her voice. Okay. This is Mobile calling you. Heard you're a little depressed today. I didn't get a chance to hear your letters.
Not the least bit depressed, Bill.
Are you not?
No.
Oh.
You think that kind of crap bothers me? Just trying to sucker them into calling, that's all.
Oh, okay. Well, I had an idea to perk you up. I knew that, but I just had an idea to perk you up. It was a little care package. It was a little kitty named Lois and a pail of water. I thought maybe you'd know what to do with those two.
The kitty's name was Fluffy, Bill.
Oh, well, I know,
Nice try. Tamara in Clearwater. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
Bob?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Tamara.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is wrong with you? You better start getting interesting again. Who on earth wants to hear about toilet paper, and who wants to know about all...
Who wants to hear about toilet paper? What are you kidding
you
me?
were talking about toilet paper yesterday.
That's right.
All right, that was
subject very near and dear to most people.
Pardon?
It's a subject very near and dear to most people.
That may be so, but it's really not very interesting. You know, I think there's
I beg
a
your
lot
pardon.
of issues we can talk about it, and what makes you so
for example,
great.
like what, Tamara?
Well, what makes you so great
For
is...
example, like what, Tamara?
Well, like, for instance, politics, religion, you know, caring for the people, caring for children, the injustices, the homeless. I mean, there are thousands.
Oh, yeah, they're great topics, aren't they, Tamara? Boy, who's in favor of homeless?
Well, I certainly am not.
Right.
Right, and I would
the
like
fact of the matter is that you are. If there are homeless, then you're in favor
right.
of it.
And I'm very aware of it. And these people who are calling in, they're threatened by these discussions because they're scared to death that they can't face it. You know, they're living in a home and they cannot understand, or they will not face the fact that there are actually people out there. So they would rather bury their head in the sand.
Oh, you're wrong, Tamara. People would rather talk about toilet paper.
No, I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe. I'm telling you, it's a fact.
Well, you're probably right to some degree, but I think that you should stick to your guns and continue talking about things that are
What do you mean, stick to my guns?
Well,
what do you mean by that?
Stick to your convictions.
I always do, Tamara.
Well, I don't know. Today you didn't really, and I know you probably were putting on an act.
Probably
with your depression and all that, but I really think that you should, talk about the issues that are really important. And the people who are writing into you, I don't know what they were saying. I came in late on this whole thing, but whatever they're writing, I mean, I know you have bigger convictions than to listen to them or even take any notice of what they're saying. So, you were putting on an act. At least I'd hope so. I mean, you're bigger than that, I'd hope. I mean, everything that you've said in the time that I've listened to you has given me the idea that you could, it wouldn't bother you one bit.
That's right, Tamara.
All right.
So I can't begin to imagine what you called for.
You know darn well that there are at least 50 or 100 people who enjoy your program.
Oh, at least 50 or 100, yes.
Oh, I'd say at least that many. 100 to 1 of those letter writers or the people who are complaining about your program. I mean, I don't know who they are. They're not important as far as I'm concerned. Keep up your show. I mean, it's great. And don't even let it upset you.
I don't, Tamara. John and Brandon, hi, you're on the air.
Oh, Bob?
Yes, John.
I'm calling to complain about the way you're acting today.
Mm-hmm.
It seems pretty unusual there, Bob, that you seem to be very knowledgeable of all these things concerning government and all these things concerning education. Why don't you run for Congress and get off the radio since it's boring you so much, since you're so upset, Bob?
I'm not interested in running for Congress, John.
But you want to help the general welfare of all the people. You always tend to be promoting that, don't you?
I beg your pardon?
You always tend to be promoting the general welfare of the people.
Well, I should think that any human being would basically tend to do that.
Not any.
Oh, really?
No, a lot of your callers don't want to help.
Mm-hmm.
They can't find the time. Why don't you just get off the radio, Bob, and go run for Congress or Senate? Or are you scared? Bob, do you think maybe they won't elect you because they'll dig up your background to find out what a jerk you are?
Oh, what kind of things did you have in mind, John?
Are you scared to run for the office?
No, and I'm not scared for you to tell everybody what a jerk I am about my background, John, so why don't you tell them right now?
I don't know anything about your background.
I know, John.
They would dig it up once you ran for office.
Oh, see, you don't know anything about my background. However, you're just going to assume that there are things in my background that would keep me from being...
Why don't you help the people and run for office since you're so great, since you know it all, Bob?
I don't say I know it all, John, do I?
You try to gain all the knowledge.
So you are the one who goes and talks about things that he doesn't know anything about.
Bob, you're a big wimp. You know that you couldn't make it.
Right.
You're a big wimp.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just try, Bob?
Because I'm not interested.
Don't be so scared.
Because I'm not interested,
You're so smart. You're so intelligent. You're able to gather the information. Do it, Bob. Run for office.
Well, hey, you seem to be pretty good at doing a talk show. You'd like to do one?
Oh, I wouldn't want to do the talk show, Bob.
Oh, really? You couldn't, could you?
Oh, I could if I wanted to.
Oh, really? I'll bet you can.
If I put my mind to it, I had all the little computers.
Oh, I'll bet you can.
All these people helping me out with the information.
Oh.
You got a little computer screen in front of you, don't you, Bob?
Yes, and do you know what it says on it? Do you know what it says on it? Do you know what it says on it? Do you know what it says on it, John? Do you know what it says on it, John? Do you know what it says on the little computer screen, John? Do you know what it says on the computer screen, John?
What does it say?
It says John and Brandon about your depressed mood, period.
Well, yeah, because I didn't want
There's nobody to help me out, John.
Because you are
There's nobody to help me out, John.
You don't have the intelligence to run for a congressional office.
Well, what do you listen for, John? Why do you listen to such an ass, John?
Why do you get into office, Bob, and
Probably because you're an ass yourself, I would guess.
Pardon?
Well, John, if had you, been listening, you would have heard, wouldn't you?
You were so depressed. You're so scared about your job. You're so scared of losing your income. Bob,
no, I'm not scared about my job. John, I got a 3-year contract. How about you, punk?
Get the radio, Bob, because we don't want to hear you anymore.
Oh, that really, really upsets me, John. Too bad.
Because some of the stuff is interesting. Some of your callers have interesting things to say.
Well, it's more than I can say about you.
You're a very assisted man. In fact, you're not that smart. You're really not that smart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're quite a judge of that.
You're not.
Yeah.
You have all this help. Your computer screen can kick in things to tell you what the laws are pertaining to, what other callers have said.
No, it can't, John.
Concerning things.
No, it can't. So there, you're a bald-faced liar. You don't know what in the hell you're talking about. But to make your point, to try to make your point, you will sit there and say anything, regardless of whether there's an ounce of truth in it. You've never been inside of a radio station in your life. You haven't the vaguest idea what you're doing. But in order to make yourself a big man, hey, I called up Bob Lassiter, and I told him what for. And I just said things, off the top of my head.
All your callers.
Oh, no, John, I'm not going to hang up on you. No way, John, you don't tell me what the hell to do.
You're the human pig, Bob, because you hung up on me.
John, you don't tell me what to do.
You won't even run for the governor. You won't run for the mayor.
You won't run for no office. All you can do is sit on a radio, hang up on people.
John, do you think I want to represent morons like you?
Bob.
No, John, I don't want to represent a moron like you. That's why I wouldn't run for public office. It's much more fun, John, to drag people like you out so that everybody can see you for what you are, punk.
You're scared. You're scared, Bob.
Yeah.
You're not willing to run for office because you know you won't make it.
Oh, please don't say those things, John. Please.
Don't cry,
please don't
Bob.
say them,
You've been
John.
crying all morning. Acting like
please,
you were so
John, don't say
upset
those
because
things.
of the way people have been speaking about you. Bob, run for office.
Oh, please, John,
Go ahead,
please.
Mr. Intelligence. Mr. Modern Maturity
please
Intelligence
don't
man.
challenge me,
run
John.
for the mayorship. Let's see
not
how
on
you
the
do.
public
A
airwaves
small
where
little town.
everybody can hear it,
Brooksville
John.
and run for
Please.
mayorship. Let's
Please,
see how
John.
Let's see how you handle it, Bob.
Oh, please don't embarrass me, John. Please.
Hurry up and hang up on me, Bob.
Please, John.
Cut me off, Bob.
Oh, John, don't tell me what to do.
Oh, you got scared.
Oh, Johnny, don't tell me what to do, Johnny.
You're a pig and you know it.
Oh.
Hang up on me, Bob. Come on. Hurry up.
I'll do what I want to do,
pig.
Johnny.
I'm scared to run for office. My name is Bob Lassiter. I'm scared because the people won't elect me because they know I'm a big idiot. I have to have my General Assembly of help, the computers to help me. I need people to help me because I'm an idiot.
Johnny?
You are an idiot, Bob.
Johnny, did it ever dawn on you that maybe I earn more doing this than I would in Congress?
You would, because you never get elected. Bob, if you lost your voice, if you were unable to speak, you wouldn't make nothing because you don't have any mechanical skills, probably. You probably never turned a wrench. You're a wimp, Bob. You've made your way through life by talking about other people's problems, by exploiting them, and now you're into a semi-shock. I won't call your show a shock radio station, a semi-shock radio station.
Oh, Johnny, don't say these things. Please, you're
Don't cry,
embarrassing
Bob, because you are a big baby. We all know, because you won't run for office. You're
please,
scared.
Please don't say
You're
these things,
scared because you won't make it, and you're going to hang up on me because you know I'm getting the best of you because you're a little wimp.
Oh, Johnny, that's right. You are getting the best of me. Please, you're embarrassing me in front of all of my fans.
Oh, I'm not embarrassing you. I'm promoting your radio station, which is fine. I don't care if you do okay on the radio, but you are an idiot, Bob.
Oh,
you
Johnny,
are scared to run for office.
Please,
because
Johnny,
you know
don't
you
say
won't
these
make
things.
it.
Oh, Johnny, please, please.
Is all this whole world to you is making money? Is that all you're worried about? Is how much you're going to make at the radio station? How much you would make if you would get elected, which you wouldn't, as we all know?
Oh, please, Johnny.
Come on, Bobby, don't cry now. Hang up on me. I'm not going to hang up on you. Your commercial's going to come. You either hang up on me or wait for the commercial.
I'll do whatever the hell I want to do,
Of course you will, because you're a big baby and you got the buttons to push. But you won't run for office.
Forget
you
it.
won't help the people like you.
There's a lot more than you got, isn't it, John?
You always suggest that you want
You
to
would like to
run.
have a button to push, wouldn't you, John?
Write your congressman. Do this. But no, Bob, you won't run for office so you can help make things go. All you're going to do is sit on a radio station, make what you make, and worry about how much profit you've got, and then come in and cry like a baby. Oh, all these people are right. He thinks I'm so upset. You're not upset, Bob. You're just trying to promote your radio station, and I'm helping you do it. Now run for office. Show us how good you are. Show us how good you are, Bob.
John, I do it every single day.
What, show us how good you are?
That's right.
Well, why don't you really prove it to us? Run for office and straighten Florida up.
Oh, John, because you need
Put
me.
Martinez out of office. Beat him out.
You need me in my show, John.
I don't need you, Bob.
Sure you do.
I don't need anything from you.
Oh, John, don't kid yourself.
My basic needs are well covered without you. You are entertainment, and that's it.
Right.
Why don't you run for office? I'll probably vote for you, Bob. I'll vote for you. Because I do like some of your ideas.
Great.
But, Bob, you are an idiot.
Great.
We've
So
got
is that how much your vote
idiots in
means
office,
to you?
but you're an idiot, too. And I'll put you in office because you're not as much of an idiot as some of them. But you're an idiot, Bob. And you're scared.
Oh, yeah. I'm terrified.
And you won't make it into office.
Terrified.
Because many people dislike you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when they look into your background, they'll find out exactly everything.
What do you think they're going to find there, John?
Pardon?
What do you think they're going to find there? This is the third
Bob,
time
I
now
don't
you
know
have
your
made such an
background. I'm not
assertion.
going to sit here and guess and have you tear it apart because I'm wrong.
Oh.
I'm sure, though, with a little investigation, they'll find quite a few things about you.
You know nothing about it, but you're sure.
Probably immoral. Your
Probably
wife, your
immoral.
first wife probably left you, not for the reasons that you have stated. You were probably cheating on her. And then you had the right to talk about Gary Hart and the way he cheats on his wife and plays with other girls. Bob, you're an idiot. You're a wimp. You won't run for office. You're not really trying to help the people. The only thing you're trying to do is put money in your pocket. So don't sit there and claim that if you really want you all to go out and help yourselves, and write the congressman and tell him how to run the office. That was about time for a commercial for you to hang up, isn't it, Bob?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Why? Commercials normally come when you get tired of listening to people. Or you hang up on them.
No, John, I'm just going to let you go on.
So you want me to continue, Bob?
Sure, John.
What else do you want to talk about?
Whatever you want to talk about, John. You're the one that called me.
Well, Bob, I want to know why you won't run for office. I'll give you a chance to talk.
Well, I've already told you.
Why?
Too bad you weren't listening.
Oh, I heard what you said, Bob, because you make more money. Is that all this world means to you, Bob, is money?
Nope.
No, what does it mean to you, Bob?
You're the one that called. I don't take questions.
That's because you're scared to answer them. Bob, you're so scared that I'm going to rip you apart with what you say. Like you do to most of the idiots that call. Well, I'm not one of the idiots, Bob. You're the idiot this time because you're scared to answer my questions. What does life mean to you, Bob? Making money and that's it?
I've answered that one already, John.
No, you
have
have
come up
not,
with more
Bob.
questions, John?
Pardon?
I don't believe in repeating myself when somebody is so ignorant as to talk over my answer, so you
But you
go
like
ahead,
to talk
John.
over other people's answers, now don't you, Bob? Does that make you an idiot again? Keep sticking that foot in your mouth. What's the
Got
matter,
more, John?
Bob? Cat got your tongue?
You're the one that's leaving the dead air, John, not me.
Of course it's you, Bob. It's a talk show. You're a talk host. Host the talk.
Oh,
Bob.
don't you
Tell
forget
us
it,
what life
John.
means to you. Tell us. Are you short for words today, Bob?
Not in the least.
You don't want to call me a subhuman pig?
Seems to me you're the one that's repeating yourself.
You won't answer the simple question. What is life all about, Bob? Making money or helping people? Satisfying your basic needs and then moving on to help others? Or just satisfying your needs and moving on to expel? Show them how much better you are by how much you make.
Well, John, tell you what I'm going to do.
Gonna hang up?
No, I'm not, John. I'm going to put you on hold. And when we come back from the newscast, we'll see just how important it is to you to sit there and talk on the radio. We'll see if you're there or not when we come back. Because, John, ain't no way in hell I'm hanging up on you.
Okay, Bob.
You're going to
I'll sit here all
hang
day.
yourself, baby.
Okay.
Bye.
Not necessarily. Not with their position. Their position is to follow orders. There's others above that will make the decisions for them, those that we elect into office. If every one of the young troops are running around saying, wait a minute, I'm not going to shoot till I know, let me sit down and spend 3 or 4 years studying this subject, what would happen, Bob?
We might have a moral world.
A moral world? How long do you think the democracy would last, Bob?
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
When all of a sudden the Soviets say it's time to spread our communism, and our democracy would slowly but surely disappear because we couldn't protect it.
Soviets don't spread communism.
They don't.
No.
Who does?
Who does?
Yes.
Oppressors.
Who's trying to stick communism in every one of the third nations?
I haven't the vaguest idea, John. You tell me.
The Soviets are, Bob.
Oh. Communism is a pretty bizarre concept, John.
It's not really that bad, Bob.
It is not spread. It is bred. There's a big difference between being spread and being bred.
Well, when they try to conquer it, they're always supporting. Like, the different nations they support, the United States opposes them. Why do you think we're opposing them?
Why do you think communism is breaking out in those nations?
Because it's being spread, not bred.
Kid yourself if you'd like, John.
All right, Bob, I've got to go.
Oh,
nice
really?
talking to you. And don't call me a subhuman pig. I'm just a nice little sign-off here, okay? You have a nice day, and...
John, you are what you are, and everybody who's been listening to this conversation knows what you are.
And what is that?
Think about it. When you're a little bit older, when you're a little bit more experienced in life, think back on this particular conversation today. Think back on all of the outrageous charges you made against me. Think back on how you tried to have your moment. Think back on trying to have your moment in the sun, and the fact that you made outrageous charges against not only me, but my ex-wife, the people I work with, my background, things of which you have no knowledge whatsoever, just so that you could have your moment in the sun against Bob Lassiter.
Well, Bob, you lost.
And you will be deeply ashamed someday, my friend.
I will not be ashamed. Have a nice day, Bob. It's a shame that your background eliminates you from running for candidacy for any position in the United States. It's a shame you had to declare bankruptcy, too, by the way. It's a real shame that you couldn't manage your finances.
There you go again. There you go again, John, not having any idea what you're talking about. Someday, John, if you ever do become a real human being, someday, if you really ever do become mature, someday, if you really ever do grow up, you'll think back on this day, John, and you will be humiliated. Even in parting, your cowardly little parting shot on a subject of which you know nothing whatsoever about, you had to make an outrageous, unsubstantiated claim. John, the words subhuman pig are too good for you.
There were 4-year contracts that were more than half completed.
And when my wife left me, John, I went into a very, very deep depression. I was literally unable to leave the house, John. I was devastated. My wife left one of the expensive cars behind, which I returned to the leasing agent. And I lost my job, and I was unable to make the payments on the other one. Well, this good gentleman, who had his automobiles back, and who had well over 2 years' worth of lease payments, decided that he wanted to write off the difference, because when you sign an automobile lease, you guarantee it. And I had personally guaranteed it. And so he sued me, John, leaving me with in excess of $40,000 worth of lease payments for 2 automobiles that I did not have, and I was earning less than $20,000 a year. He left me no choice. He didn't give a damn about me and whether or not it would destroy my life. He wanted to write it off on his taxes, because he knew it was impossible for me to pay over $40,000 for that I didn't even have. And that's why I had to declare bankruptcy, John. I had no choice. Are you satisfied, punk? Just remember, John, I'm the one who comes in here every day and tells you who and what I am and where I've been. I don't hide on a telephone, John. Kay in Clearwater. Hi, Kay. You're on the air, WFLA.
Hi, Bob.
Hi there.
I'm so sorry for you that you had to explain it to that punk, like you said. But
Don't feel sorry for me. These are all things I've talked about before. Feel sorry for him.
Well, no. Well, I guess that's what I meant. You know, and I'm glad that you called him what he is, because he's only a kid and he didn't know. But that's not why I'm calling.
He's only a kid who stands in awe of me and doesn't even know it.
I'm one of your Canadian friends, and I have called you before. Now today I heard, I listened to you. I think you're great. But the only thing, you never say anything nice about us Canadians. How about today say, welcome Canadians?
Welcome, good Canadians. We love good Canadians.
Because I've been coming over here for over 25 years, and I've always been a property owner, and I live here 6 months of the year, and I like your show, and I like Florida.
Well, Kay, I love to tease brayed and damaged snowbirds who come from all over the place, but just to put your mind at ease, let me say something that I've said before, but I also happen to mean. I stand in awe and with great admiration of your nation. There are many things that Canada does that I wish that this nation did.
Well, we say the same. We wish that, our country did some of the things that you do, so because we're good neighbors, right?
Indeed we are.
Yeah, okay, and lots of luck to you.
Thank you, Kay.
Bye and a Happy New Year to you and your wife.
Take care. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. Steve in Largo. Hi, Steve. You're on the air, WFLA.
Bob.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
That's good. I'm first-time caller.
Great.
I just got kind of sick of pushing buttons between the 3 rock and roll stations to hear something different and decided to try talk radio.
Welcome aboard.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned about being on the air down in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering which station you were on.
Quite a number of them. I first went to work in Miami at WKQS, which was a country station. I went from there to WGBS, which was a talk station, for 6 months, and from there to WINZ, which was also a talk station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I listened to 610 WIOD and SHE down there. That's what kind of got me started on talk radio.
Well, I used to be Bobby Clifford in Miami.
Bobby Clifford? Okay.
Bobby Clifford, yeah.
No, I think you're doing a real good job. It's very entertaining and sure beats the heck out of the same old song.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Helen in Largo. Hi, Helen. You're on the air at WFLA.
Yes. Hi there, Bob.
Hi.
Oh, I'm glad you got rid of that John. He's terrible.
Oh, John got rid of himself. I would have stayed with him till 4 o'clock.
Oh, I'm telling you, anyone that could be so insulting, he's an imbecile. He's just something else. He better go bury his head in the sand down at the beach. It's terrible the way he talked to you. I've listened to you quite a lot, and this is my first time of calling. And I like your programs. I think you call a spade, and you say it like it is.
Thank you, Helen.
And I think that's a good talk show when anyone can do that.
Thank you, Helen, and take care.
Sometimes this language is a little strong, but I think sometimes people have to be shook up a little bit, you know?
That's the way I see it. Thank you, Helen. Ann in Port Richey, or Annie, I should say. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
Bob?
Yes?
Are we now supposed to feel sorry for you?
I don't give a damn whether you do or not, Annie.
Exposing your sordid past life to us?
Well, if you want to consider it sordid, you go right ahead. I don't care if you feel sorry for me or not. I just deal in the truth.
Stop blubbering.
Stop blubbering. No, Annie, I don't give a damn if you feel sorry for me or not. That's not why I tell things. I tell things because if I'm going to come on the air and state my opinions, then I feel that the people listening have a reasonable expectation to know just who and what I am and where I come from. And, Annie, I'm just so sorry if you can't deal with it. I'm so sorry, Annie, that there are apparently things in your life that you are afraid to bring forward. So I've made lots and lots of mistakes in my life, Annie. I make them every single day, and I suspect that as long as I'm alive, I'm going to continue to make mistakes. I've done a lot of very stupid things. I've done a lot of very foolish things. I've done things that have hurt other people. And I will probably do so again in the future. And if you can't deal with that, Annie, that's just too damned bad. But I will not sit here, Annie, and have people make wild accusations without answering them. When people don't know what in the hell it is that they're talking about, and then try to embarrass me. You see, Annie, people try to embarrass me because they think that I live by the same standards that they do. They have things in their lives that they are ashamed of. They have things in their lives that they are unable to deal with, unable to talk about. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work with me. Because I'll talk about anything that I've done. There are lots of things in my life that I am not very proud of. There are lots of things in my life that I wish hadn't happened, but they did. And they are part of my life, and they are part of what I am today and what I will be tomorrow. And when some little punk comes on the air and tries to embarrass me, it can't be done. It just can't be done. And when people like you, Annie, call up with utterly nothing to say, having no concept of what a conversation is about, probably not having much of a concept as to what life is about, sitting there drinking in every last juicy morsel.
Oh, please tell us more. Oh, come on, I love gossip.
Drinking in every last juicy little morsel, and then when the morsels stop coming forth, call up and again try to insult me. Hey, what can I say, Annie? What can I say? 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas County. Jerry in Riverview. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
Hello?
Hi, Jerry.
Yeah. Hi, Bob.
Oh, hi, Jerry.
I just wanted to find out, I understand you didn't go to Grenada.
That's right, Jerry.
So what makes you expert on what the troops were told?
What makes me an expert on what the troops were told?
Yeah.
Well, it's real easy, Jerry. Most of the troops were on boats already sitting out in the middle of the sea and were just sent there.
Well, how do you know that?
Because I know the logistics of it, Jerry. That's how I know it. I've read about it, Jerry.
No, you have to be there.
Oh.
You know, did you go to Vietnam?
No, Jerry, I didn't.
Well, then how do you know what the troops were told, who to shoot, why they were there?
Very simple, Jerry. I paid attention to what was going on.
Well, you know, I don't know how you...
And I've talked with a lot of people who were there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I really have, Jerry.
You're talking with another one now.
Big deal.
Yeah, sure, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for me because I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know what I was told.
Great. Glad to hear it, Jerry.
You told John that the troops weren't told anything. They weren't told who to shoot.
It's not what I said at all. It's not what I said at all, is it, Jerry? I mean, it's not even close to what I said, is it, Jerry?
Sure it is.
No, it's not, Jerry. Let's go back and review. Let's try to deal with something that you probably don't deal with an awful lot of, called truth and facts.
Yeah.
What the caller was asking about was a poll that I had done a couple of weeks ago, and one of the questions in the poll was, is it immoral for a young man to just blindly follow military orders when he doesn't know what the conflict is about, or words to that effect? That is the gist of the question.
Oh, no, you stated...
No, Jerry, that is the gist of the question. And what the caller brought up today was, do I think it is immoral for a soldier to shoot at somebody else if he doesn't know why he's shooting? And yes, I do. And I stand by it.
I understand that, but you said the troops were not told
I
anything.
said nothing of the kind, Jerry. Not even close. Did I?
I guess I misunderstood you.
I guess you did, Jerry.
Because I thought you said that the troops...
No, Jerry, you wanted me to have said something like that.
You said they did not know why they were there.
No, I didn't say that, Jerry, did I?
Well, I could play it back for you.
No, you couldn't, Jerry.
I couldn't?
No. Well, you want $1,000, Jerry? Play it back, and I'll give you $1,000 of my own money.
Well, I'll listen to it later and...
Right. And lying through your teeth, Jerry. You're lying through your teeth.
You indicated that the troops did not understand... and
play it back, Jerry. Play it back, and if you can prove it, I'll give you $1,000.
Okay. I'll call you back.
Right. I'll hold my breath while I'm waiting for your call, Jerry. 2:30 is the time.
All right, they pay the guy $100,000 a year. He's promotions director, director of public relations. You're still not happy, Bo.
Bob is public relations director for...
Gary Hart.
Gary Hart.
Well, he needs a lot of PR.
Yeah, well, you know what you always say about gun control.
Never pull it out unless you plan on using it. All right, well, would you be willing to talk about that on my program this Friday between 4 and 5 in the afternoon?
It's a date.
I'll see you Friday between 4 and 5 on WFLA.
Good afternoon. It's 2:30.